Didn't we hear a DJ Paul? We reviewed.
I think we listened to like a mixtape or something, and it was a little all over the place.
And we kind of were like, "It's not what we were looking for." Like,
this is a little bit more what I'm looking for when somebody's like, "Yo, check out this DJ Paul." This is what I'm looking for.
I remember I liked the last one more than you did, but also it was the bias.
But you weren't like 100% happy. You're more happy with this one.
Yeah, way more happy.
I knew you would be too when I was hearing it. I was like, "Oh yeah, DJ Paul heard the review.
Right up my alley.
He made this shit for me."
Let's do this.
We're gonna talk about DJ Paul.
Speaking of DJ Paul,
King of Memphis.
Calm. KOM.
Okay.
Black Haven's own. BHZ.
Which I found out that Black Haven is not actually Black Haven. It's actually White Haven that black people took over.
Yeah.
And called Black Haven.
He started that.
Right. Is that him? Is that him telling his own story?
Yeah, that's him telling the story. That's him.
Okay, I thought he was telling somebody else's story.
No, that's him. No, that's their come up. That's DJ Paul and probably Juicy J along with him. Maybe in Project Pat. But
Have you heard this story before?
I've heard things. But, I mean,
So you think it's him telling his own story?
Yeah, I really do.
Okay.
Because I've heard a lot of their lyrics have kind of stated similar things, type shit. Like listen to them throughout their career. You know, I've been jamming this since like '94.
Right. So DJ Paul released a new what I thought was an album, but it's actually more of an EP.
Yeah.
It's called is it Pain?
Pretty long name. Pain. Pleasure. I don't know.
It's called Power, Pleasure, and Painful Things. Okay. It's actually an EP because there's a lot of skits in between the songs. Mm-hmm. So it's more. It says 12 songs here, but it's really about five songs. Because because the last two tracks is an outro and then another outro. Right. Oh, that's right. You're right. So just to give you an idea of like what to expect from this, you got Wifey's Funeral. I'm guessing Wi-Fi's Funeral. Yelawolf is on here. C6, Rob Vicious, Beanie Sigel is on here. A lot of this is produced by DJ Paul. I think it's all DJ Paul.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. DJ Paul.
I'm not as much of a big fan of 3-6 as Riffa is. I like 3-6 Mafia, but I'm nowhere near the level of fan that you are.
Yeah, not many people are.
Right. So I really want to hear what you got to say about this.
I wish it was longer. You know, I wish it wasn't just the EP. I wish he would actually count it out. But it lets me know that if he's cooking up an EP like this, there's an album around the corner. He always is working on music. It's
probably gonna be another connected EP, like a part 2.
Possibly, he may actually do that. He may, and if he does that, I ain't mad at it. You know, almost like just a little here and there, just to keep just to stay out there. You know, and have music in people's ears.
Right.
I wouldn't say stay relevant because to me he always is.
Right. I'm gonna be real with you. He hasn't been too relevant for me, but I will say this was solid for me.
Yeah.
It did give me like the old kind of 3-6 vibes, which is hard to do.
Well,
to like recapture a sound from a point in time.
He does that more than anyone. That's more than Juicy J. Like he stuck to kind of the darkness, and then also sampling their old shit as well a lot more.
When I heard it, I was like, "Oh, I know Riffa likes this."
Oh fuck yeah!
I already knew
that shit.
I knew it.
As soon as I saw the cover, I was like, "Oh,
that shit."
See, I seen the cover and I was just like, "I don't know what to expect." But when I started hearing it, I was like, "Oh yeah, no, this is Riffa shit."
Yeah, definitely my shit.
This is my shit too.
It's five tracks of power, pleasure, and painful things.
So what's going on is he's kind of telling the story of his street life in between the songs, and the songs kind of give a I want to say a visual, even though it's not visual, of what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Before the song starts.
It's like he'll do the intro that talks about the song that's about to come up.
Right.
And then when he talks about
it gives context to the song.
Exactly. There you go. It gives context to the song, then the song kind of pertains to what he was talking about.
And he does that for each song. So it looks like it's 12 tracks, but it's really only 5 tracks.
Yeah.
And a bunch of skits. Yeah. He's kind of telling the story of his street life, starting from robbing to selling dope
to actually making the money,
like
finding a cleaner way to do it. You know, coming up, and then
how they got a little too flashy.
The real money.
He kind of started to fall back.
Then they beefing, you know. He's like people beefing out. He's like, I ain't trying to get involved with all that because I'm over here making money.
And that's kind of where it ends at.
Yeah.
For now.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's definitely more to the story. And to be honest with you, the way he set this up makes me interested to hear how the next set of stories are going to go. Because the way he's just sitting there, because the way he's talking like a super OG.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know it was him at first. I was like, is that him? I don't know. It sounds like somebody else. And then I realized it was him. I didn't know if he was doing this as he was playing a character or if he was doing it himself. Yeah. Would you say he was doing it for
that was basically that was a story. They came up. I mean, they were back then. They were young kids just trying to make it, but they're from the streets, hood. They were like constantly with guns in their videos or pictures and all this shit covering their faces.
Well, that's what I'm wondering if he's telling his own story, because you say he's already told all this, so why would he be telling his own story again?
A lot of people. Not everyone's like me, you know what I'm saying, where I kind of read in between lines. I basically know their discography, you know what I'm saying.
You don't think he's doing a concept album?
Possibly. I mean, he's a smart guy, DJ Paul. I mean, he may not be as out there as Juicy J, but it's because Juicy J rode with someone that he kind of rode a wave. You know, he got up with Wiz Khalifa when they were doing their thing, and you know, brought on the OG from 3-6, you know, who kind of still out there partying type shit. Hell, fucking looks like he's as young as them still. You know, Juicy J still fucking out there doing it. But DJ Paul, he kind of he fell back, but kind of stayed true to the old school, the past. You know what I'm saying? And the story, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've heard this shit. Most of this pretty much just through their lyrics and just things they've said, interviews back in the day, just little things. Other people don't know this, you know. They may not even know it was him really talking. Some people, you know, like at first you're like, I don't know. Some people may just think it's just some random pimp talking or gangster, or, you know, just someone talking.
Well, he changes it. Let's be real. Paul changes his voice up. He does different inflections of his voice.
But yeah.
Throughout, I mean, just throughout his career.
Yeah, throughout his career, yeah.
There's been times where I'm hearing him, he sounds one way, and then I hear him on another song, he sounds like it's like a different voice almost. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know 3-6, they've also done shit like that where they fuck with the voice. Like, I know they
add effects and shit.
Coops the nigga would he'd do a high, kind of higher pitched voice. He'd say his verse like in a higher tone, and then he'd do it in like a real low, dark sounding tone. And it'd be like one speaker and the other speaker would have, and they'd put them together. And then he sounds dope as fuck, like it's like a harmonizing. Right. But then, like back in the day, I could, you know, with the sound on cars and shit, you can just go, I want to hear just the right speaker.
Right.
So you just go and you could actually just hear the dark one, or you could just hear so they do shit like that. I mean, Paul, yeah, he's done shit different also.
Yeah, he's definitely done some, you know, voice. That's why, when I heard it, I was like, I didn't know if he was changing his. It doesn't sound like him 100%. I was like, maybe he's changing his voice because he's trying to do like a concept album. Mm-hmm. But regardless, I think it's dope how they set it up.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of these beats and some of these features.
Well, these beats are extremely nostalgic. If they're new to you, then you need to go back and kind of find where they came from, most of them, or at least parts of them, because you know they're always revamped. You know, like it's like a new beat, but then they put hints. He puts hints of the old shit in there. You know, Paul with the 45, you know, and shit. Just different things are from different songs, and they're just little samples. Because he fucking DJ Paul.
Right.
You know, he fucking mixes that shit in himself. He knows how to work a turntable. So it's like, I don't know, he's one of the only people I know that, well, not only one people I know. He's like one of the best to me, at least, in sampling. Like, he does a great job when he samples shit, you know, whether it be sampling his own old shit, you know, old 3-6 shit, or just other people's shit. Like, back in the day, they had samples from, like, Tupac on albums and just other people, like LL Cool J they sampled. But they always did it real great. And these beats don't let me down. You know, just continue the whole DJ Paul legacy of dope beats.
Right. There's some hard beats on here. Pretty much all of them is hard, but one of my favorite ones is probably the The one with Beanie Sigel. That one is nasty. Creepin is dope. Easy Way is dope as well.
Easy Way got that dope ass chorus.
Yeah,
I love how he did that chorus.
Yeah, no, this is a good quality street. Maybe it's a southern guy in me that appreciates this, but I liked it. It was dope. Mm-hmm. It's kind of what I wanted to hear from DJ Paul.
Yeah,
DJ Paul.
I think, didn't we hear a DJ Paul review?
I think we listened to like a mixtape or something, and it was a little all over the place.
And we kind of were like, "It's not what we were looking for." Like,
this is a little bit more what I'm looking for when somebody's like, "Yo, check out his DJ Paul." This is what I'm looking for.
I remember I liked the last one more than you did, but also it was the bias.
But you weren't like 100% happy. You're more happy with this one.
Yeah, way more happy.
I knew you would be too when I was hearing it. I was like, "Oh yeah, DJ Paul heard the review."
Right up my alley.
He made this shit for Riffa.
he heard that Riffa was waiting,
right,
for something, patiently waiting for some power.
It's solid, man. It's street.
Painful
it's got what you want. It's southern. It's got the you can basically hear where the trap sounds came from. It's got the 3/6 flows.
Oh yeah.
What'd you give this on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm biased. I can't do this.
You're gonna give it a 10?
Nah, I'm not gonna give it a 10 either though. I won't.
Okay.
I won't do that because I ain't gonna be that much where people will be like, yeah, okay, it's a 10. But no. It's not a 10 to me, but it's definitely at least 9.
9?
Yeah, it's a 9. To me, it's a 9 just because the quality of those 5 tracks. Reason it's not a 10. If you would have gave me a full album of shit like this, I'd have been a 10 to me.
I gave this an 8.5. It was like I said, it was very solid. The only one I wasn't really like playing as much is definitely They Beefin was kind of like the last song, which I like it, but I didn't like it as much as I like the other songs.
Yeah.
I like the features. I see why you like Yelawolf. I've listened to this. I was like, this is what Riffa's talking about. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get it.
Yeah, I get it. No, I totally get it. It makes sense.
They mesh well together, DJ Paul and Yelawolf.
Yeah, and I can see how like it's just certain vibes or whatever why you like why his style works well in certain vibes, and it works well on here. I remember you were saying, yo, he does some shit with 3/6 and it sounds dope. Mm-hmm. I get it. Wifisfuneral sounds dope. Beanie Sigel sounds cool. His voice isn't, I know he got shot and his lung isn't really working, so his voice always kind of sounds a little weird to me now.
That No Neighbors paper.
Yeah.
Killed that.
It was dope, man.
That little section of how he broke that shit down, that shit was dope. I fucking was like, I wish Beanie Sigel just was the Beanie Sigel of our day where, he sounded.
He still got the lyrics.
He still got the lyrics.
It just sounds a little weird.
I fucks
with him still though.
He got a throat issue.
Yeah, no, he got his I think he got shot and his lung had like a piece of his lung removed, so he doesn't get as much
air and shit.
Air or something, yeah. But shout out to Beanie Sigel, shout out to DJ Paul, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Paul. Waiting on you, Juicy J, to come up with
your move.
Your move to come out with a authentic sounding 3/6.